This is Bait to the Plate.
The moon is still in the sky, but the beautiful dawn light is also about to break as we head out of Reggio, Louisiana with Captain Darren Schaff and Chef Michael Farrell of the Meritage restaurant in the French Quarter. We glide across the marsh heading out to open water, accompanied by a lot of unwanted wind.
We are in Black Bay, just fishing a random island that doesn't have a name. And wind 10 to 15 out the northeast, which is a little harder than we want. This is our first stop. We're gonna give it a try and see what happens. If this wind keeps picking up, we're gonna have to move back towards the inside, go fish some more protected areas. But we out here right now, so we're gonna give this a try.
Wind or no wind, the fish are hungry. Captain Darren has hooked an oversized redfish that eventually wears itself out. The first catch of the day weighs around 12 pounds and measures over 30 inches. Normally a spawning fish like that is released, but it's our first catch, and on a windy day like this, it could be our last.
Well, he fits pretty good in there.
Pretty soon a black drum comes calling.
A black drum.
Now that's a fish many chefs prefer to redfish. It's not high on Captain Darren's menu today though. He prefers trout, so we decide to move on to search for specks.
What are you eating there?
Hard-boiled egg.
Hard-boiled eggs and bananas are bad luck on a boat. Bad luck.
Right.
But Mike just ate it. It's gone. So we're about to go catch some fish now.
Right.
This is easy.
Things did get easier, but not for the fish. This redfish carries a scar, perhaps from a propeller, a net, or another fish. Chef Michael has snagged his first catch of the day. Now it's up to Captain Darren to net the fish. Strike one. Strike two. Third time the charm. This poor guy is scarred too. These guys must swim in a tough neighborhood.
Years ago, you used to see scars on them from gill nets. Some fish you see, some of those bigger fish you'll see like a gash in the head, could be hit from a prop.
Yeah.
That's two in a row, though.
Yeah, that's pretty odd.
Yeah. My luck is improved.
Told you about that egg.
That's right.
Chef Michael isn't the only lucky one though. This black drum, caught by Captain Darren, barely escapes the ice chest.
15 and a half.
He's junior varsity and gets a return trip. But the fishing gods, it seems, are smiling on Captain Darren today. This black drum is gonna make the first string.
Yep. 16 3/4. Team player.
This is Bait to the Plate.
Hey, this is Adolfo Garcia from Real Mar Restaurant. I got my little personal tip on how to buy fish. When I buy fish, I buy whole fish. I go, I look at the gills, I look at the eyes, I look for the clearness in the eyes and the intensity of the red in the gill, and then I'm having them clean it for me. I don't want to make that big old mess at home, neither do you. But if you buy the fish whole, you can actually see what the condition of the fish is, and it's probably going to be fresher.
You're watching Bait to the Plate.
We're going to be doing some redfish. I'm going to grill it right after I put a little bit of salt and pepper. It's very important to do. Season all your fish, really everything that you put on the plate, you need to season. I'm going to throw it on a piece of the grill that I think is hot. If you're doing this at home, make sure that you take a rag, dip it in some olive oil or some shortening, and try to clean the grill as best you can so that it won't stick. You're going to get a little bit of stickage. It's just the nature of the beast. But if you clean the grill well and you season it well, you should not have a problem. The grill, usually around, if you can, about 400 degrees. What you want to do is turn it at a right angle of 180 degrees. I'm going down against the metal to make sure that I don't pull too much of the skin up. Then I'm going to turn it this way and go back down. That way we have some hatch marks. It looks nicer. It also gives the a kind of a caramelized fish flavor when you get nice grill marks on it. Don't be afraid to get the grill hot and do it right. We're probably going to let that go for a minute and a half on each side, and then we're going to put it on a small plate and put it in the oven to finish while we saute the rest of the fish. The oven is 350 degrees, and we'll leave it in there just a couple minutes. Again, this fish is a very white, flaky fish. It's thin, and it does not want to be overcooked. It shouldn't be undercooked and raw in the middle, but it shouldn't be hammered. My mushrooms, I've got Meritage, shiitakes mixed in here. I've got roasted garlic here, and I've got broccolini or rapini, either way. I've also got a sauce that I'm going to start getting warm, which is a champagne reduction sauce. It's very, very easy to do at home. It's got an excellent flavor. I'm going to go ahead and put my mushrooms in. Now, mushrooms will soak up olive oil, so don't be afraid to use too much. We're going to get those, let those go a little bit until they start to get this nutty caramelized flavor, which is essential when you're cooking mushrooms, and almost anything for that matter. We're going to add a little garlic and shallot. Then we're going to add our roasted garlic. This has been tossed in olive oil, salt and pepper, and roasted at about 250 degrees for approximately 40 minutes. It should have a very nutty flavor of garlic. Really adds a lot. They should be brown, they should be smooth to the touch and very soft. We're really starting to get a nice caramelization on these mushrooms, and that nutty flavor from the garlic is just going to enhance it. We're going to take the broccolini and we're going to steam it a little bit. That way it'll cook through. And I'm going to deglaze. You can use white wine. Just a little bit. I'm going to put enough in there that it'll steam. I'm going to put another pot on top, saute pan on top. And what that's going to do is it's going to steam the broccoli in the pan so that it is not tough. We'll take that off the heat. We're going to grab the fish. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my dish and I'm going to lay the broccolini in here so it creates sort of a flowering effect. You don't have to finish it in the oven. You can grill it. And I'm going to go back over, grab my mushrooms, which you can see are beautiful. They're nice and brown. The garlic is roasted up. This has an incredible amount of flavor in it. I'm going to put this down my champagne reduction, and I'm going to just drizzle this all around the plate. The name of this dish is grilled redfish with broccolini, roasted garlic, and sauteed mushrooms with a champagne cream sauce from Meritage.
Meritage's recipe for grilled redfish with mushrooms and broccolini in a champagne sauce can be found by visiting our website at baittotheplate.com.